What's up? Alexa, raise volume by 5. That's right. I'm still like starting my show. Look, I'm eating. I have to. I'm like under orders. I got all this stuff I got to talk to you about. It's been an awesome day. I'm killing it right now. The Raiders, heck of news. There's stuff to talk about. I don't know how I'm going to start. Where are we going? What was that? What? No, wait. No, wait. Raiders! No, it never waits. Okay, I can spontaneously combust like that. 0 to 60 and shut your mouth. Let's go. No, I'm serious. I'm not. This is like not even ill prepared for me. I've done this. Okay, I could juggle 6 tennis balls and do this show. No, don't challenge me. Don't do that. That's not cool. Woo! Often imitated, never duplicated. That fool with no hair that shouts like Ric Flair. Woo! What? Woo! You heard me. The Raider Bear! I always choose violence. A Raider! Aw, little cub. Little Cubbins. Bang. Sup, everyone? Let's do this. Alexa, shut your mouth. What? Hey, she gets paid well, okay? I can be a little saucy with her from time to time, and that's just how I am by nature anyway. By the way, the first person to tune in tonight from YouTube, thank you, from YouTube and my YouTube viewers, Ramiro Cash Flow Castro said, bear. But you said it all subtle and stuff, so I'm not shouting it for you because you wrote it with like just little BEAR. That's no oomph there. You know what I mean? Cody Palmer right behind you gave me a yo bear, but it was kind of just subtle yo bear, like yo bear. Scotty Lutz, what's up? Welcome to the show. But that's enough of that. Tradish! Raider Bear Live. First comment. Woo! MVP tonight goes to who it always goes to. Josh Russell, the heavyweight champion of the world. Setting everyone aside again one more time. Josh, I called you out and you showed up and you won the gold again. You're just a legend. Look at you. You legend, you. Just legend. Second place, my silver medal. That's my guy right there. Shade Street. He's married like I am. You know what I mean? We like obey our queens. You know what I mean? We're good husbands like that. Just third place, my bronze medal goes to that Raider dog, little friend of mine, Kevin Raroche. What's up, man? Welcome to the show, Kevin. Always there for a Raider Bear. Me and Kevin go way back when he got injured and he needed a guy to be, in his corner. And the Bear had his back, and he's had his back for years now. And I just roll like that. I'm not even going to really eat it. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. I got everybody in. Oh, wow. Look at that. Michael Puripoy, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Mark Vargas said, Bear! Vicky again. What's up, Vicky again? Always there for Raider Bear. Cody Palmer, I appreciate the yo with the bear logo. Yeah. Anna Diaz Rincon, my first supporter ever. I love. And everyone, if you would, consider a subscription to Raider Bear family page. It's just $5 a month. You can cancel it anytime. But you won't want to because I'm incredibly entertaining. And we're gonna have a lot of other things when things settle down right here. We're gonna have a lot of other things set up for you. And that's we deal with charities all over the world. And we've been working really hard with it. And last year we did some really good things with students in Africa getting kids in school. And I don't want to keep bragging about it because it just sounds awesome. Okay, here we go. Tony, make it dip. David Pelcliva, DPC in the house. Whoa. Pete Almeida, he's always got a good question for me. Raider Bear, what you think we keep AP or not? Pete Almeida, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Honestly, Pete, I would say to you that the Antonio thing I think it's in the bag. I think there's really just conversation going on right now. But to me, if Mark Davis were at a poker table and this were a kind of decision you're making at poker, the smart move sometimes is just to hold. You know what I mean? Don't draw, just play your hand. You know what I mean? And I think that maybe Mark Davis might see this and say to himself, don't, overlook this. This is real. This guy can coach. He does have respect. Champ Kelly has respect in his field. If you let both these guys go and just let them do their jobs, they will have success. Just get out of the way. Sign contracts. Get out of the way. Hopefully Mark will do that. Now, I'm hearing more and more that he's going to do it. I'm hearing more and more that the Rooney Rule has been satisfied. They're just going through the motions. They did interview that guy Dobbs from the Colts and another guy. I don't like just saying, oh, it was this and sort of that. And Terrence Gray of the Buffalo Bills also interviewed for the job. And from what I understand, all those went fine. But, every time they were asked about it with the press, they would just say, nothing, basically, no comment. Matthew Lincoln Bear, did we interview AP today? I saw something that we did along with Chip Kelly. Yes, Matthew Lincoln, essentially, I think they were told they got the jobs. And you know me, I gave this up quite a while ago. I've had AP having the job. I've had Champ Kelly getting the GM's job for a minute now. And I don't normally do that because that's a field that has nothing to do with football. I can't really see into the room and say, oh, I know his resume, and I know that's why this guy should get hired. But from what we're seeing, what's happening behind the scenes, do you see what I'm saying? For example, there's some former players. I'm so bad with names right now because I've just been reading all day. Hold on. I was looking at that and then that. Okay. Yeah. Richard Seymour was in a story today, and it was really a fluff piece where they were just being respectful to him and saying, oh, Richard Seymour's done more behind the scenes than people realize. No, but that's not just true. It's been happening for a minute now. And I don't know what this weird thing is. It almost feels like the Patriots former players, coaches and all, they almost feel like bad for the for almost feel bad for the Tuck rule. And it's like they're all fading over to the Raiders to get jobs at the end of their careers to make up for what they did, I guess. Well, it isn't working, okay? Just saying. But he's been influential in, behind the scenes. I think that's a real reason Richard Seymour and other former Raiders are coming forward. And I think that Mark's listening. I really do. I think Mark's listening because with Bisaccia was not ready. Okay. So anyone that's watching me that still believe, oh, Bisaccia should have got the job. Don't do that. Now I'm not, you notice how I did that? No, don't do that. Just don't do. Raiders! Don't do that. I always choose violence. See, because in reality, he was not qualified for the job, not even slightly. What he was doing was the equivalent of the locker room getting behind a high school coach. You know what I mean? He's never been a head coach, not at any level that matters. You know what I mean? Not the NCAAs, not semi-pro, not the NFL, of course. So, it was a cute run. It was impressive what our players did following through on the field and winning games. But Rich Bisaccia's effort was that 15 minutes. That was his fame, that time, those 5 games, 4, whatever it was. But that was his minute. He was not meant to be a head coach. Tony Make It Dips at AP, baby. I think we're going to be there. John LaJoy, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Space Force in the house. Mark Vargas. Bear, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I heard AP went to this interview in the Raiders jacket. Yeah, Pete Almeida, I got to be honest with you. I think he's got the job. But you have to remember, all of us as fans, including me, I'm a fan. I do a show. I've been doing it for 10 years now. This is my 10th year. Okay, pat on the back. But but I'm a fan just like you, but we have to chill. You know what I mean? We get excited and we want to know, right now, is he the coach? Come on, tell me, Bear. Okay, for example, I can tell you this, for example. Jim Harbaugh was never in the room. Jim Harbaugh was never in the room. That was PR stuff. You guys have to understand, and I know this might sound crazy to you, but it's really true. These coaches, they have PR departments, okay, that have guys that are paid to just spread rumors, to start things, make phone calls, and say things are happening. Hey, hello, hi, my name is blah blah blah. I'm working for Jim Harbaugh, exec, and he's interested in something he heard about, a coaching, position maybe that might be coming up with your company. He wanted to see if maybe we could have a sit down. Okay, as soon as he does that, any press can be just told, hey, that happened. And suddenly now there's a link to the Raiders because they called us, because someone from a staff he works with or that works for him, reached out to say, hey, can we have coffee? You know what I mean? And instantly that's turned into, oh, that's where he's going. They've got things arranged. Yeah, for a double decaf. You know what I mean? We just got to get through all this Rooney stuff. Got to tie some, things up, and that's it. And he's going to be coach. I can't be any straighter than that with you. I think he's got the job. Now, Champ, I want to say the Champ thing is solid too, but I'm not sure. I'm hearing that, but I'm not sure. I'm more okay about AP than I am about Champ. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people getting called. You know what I mean? You don't usually do that if you're that sure about the guy. Whereas it seems like the coaches they're looking at are just guys to go, hey, nice to meet you, fly home. Hey, nice to meet you, fly home. We're hiring Antonio Pierce. So, Vicky, again, appreciate you saying hi to baby girl. Chris Strong, what's up, Bear? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Chris Strong, appreciate you. Shane Street, that's my guy right there. 569 in the house. Okay, so real quick, I had a couple of things I just wanted to drop on you because I think some interesting stuff is happening that I think is really cool. Okay, so first and foremost, what do we got to look at? What's the next domino? The next domino, beyond Mark Davis coming right out and saying, I'm hiring Antonio Pierce. What's the next domino? The next domino is our defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham. Patrick Graham is not long for the Raiders, especially when you consider that any move he makes would probably be more lucrative than anything the Raiders are willing to do for him right now. Being that they're going now with another new coach, another new situation, he's got to get in new people. So if he's talking head coach or if he's talking big extension or something like that, they're probably going to let him hit the market. Now, having said that, I think Patrick Graham will hit the market. I don't know where he'll end up, but I heard the Giants are calling him again because he already knows the Giants. That's where he came from when he came to us. So that's a good fit. And then, of course, anywhere else that needs defense. So that's pretty much everywhere. So he could probably end up with another job like that. So we're not doing him dirty if we say, hey, yeah, go ahead and shop, see what you can find and, do that. Now, let's move past that for a second. Let's say he gets another job. Let's say he ends up with the Jets or something like that. Okay, the Giants more than likely. So he goes back to the Giants. Then what do we do? Okay, well, the first thing we have to talk about is the offense because that's the hot thing right now. Antonio Pierce and this guy, Cliff Kingsbury, are rumored to be sort of already worked something out. Now, to me, when that story started to make the press, that to me guaranteed Antonio Pierce has the job. You don't start talking about who he might bring in as part of his regime unless you know something. And you know how it is with the press. If something is for sure, they can be told it's for sure. But if contracts aren't signed, it's not, even though it is. Because see, the owner's saying, yeah, we've got a deal. They shake hands, blah, blah, blah. Then you need lawyers and you got to have all the documents written up and all that. So there's a window there, sometimes of a day or two, where they have to then reschedule, come in, everyone signs everything. So the press is not allowed to say it's a done deal in that window of time, but it's a done deal. Now, that's why I think the Kingsbury rumor started coming up. I think they're talking about it. I think him and Kingsbury have met already. I don't know where, but I think they've met already. I think they already have, talked through, hey, you know what, this could work. I bring you on. I love you. I know you, you have this pedigree with offense and with the West Coast sort of hybrid version of the West Coast, spread it out and make it flow. I think that's cool. I don't think that, okay, so I'll move on to that with AOC. I have so much to tell you guys, but the Cliff Kingsbury thing is intriguing to me. I think the real reason why he failed was because he tried to take on a franchise that doesn't really know how to build a winner, and I'm not making fun of the Cardinals. It's just true. What is the rich history of the Cardinals winning? When was that? No, there is none. Well, it's starting to get funny at that point. Put foots in them, okay? And I live here now. Damn it. I can't be around losing like this. And then I have to remind everyone how long it's been since the Raiders have been back in the playoffs. Loyal. Look at that. Loyal. So Cliff Kingsbury joins us more than likely. So that's AP, Kingsbury, and then interesting name floating around, Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier. Now, this is a guy who he's up there with like the Ryan family as far as a defensive coordinator that's known and wins wherever he goes. He turned the defense around with the Vikings a few years ago when they became kind of vicious and kept ending up in the playoffs. That was Frazier's defense. He was then the defensive coach of the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills defense was number one for like 2 years in a row. And now that guy's looking for a job. And Leslie Frazier and AP are good. So there's a pretty good chance there that he could get Kingsbury as his offensive coordinator and Leslie Frazier as his defensive coordinator. And I got to be honest with you. And remember, I'm I admit when I'm wrong, but here's the exciting part. I think Leslie Frazier is a better defensive coordinator than Patrick Graham. I don't think that can be argued. I think both men are good coaches, but I think Leslie Frazier is far and away the better guy. And if I had to choose two guys, I would choose Leslie Frazier. And so that's exciting because those two names are being held up there. And usually when you're this close to a deal, and by the way, for those of you who are impatient and are saying, come on, let's hear the deal. I'll be honest with you, it's going to be any minute. And that's not me being fancy. Oh, look, the bear knows everything. No, I'm just saying basically timing is in front of your face. The draft, the combine, all the scouting and the dinners with the parents, flying around the country, all that stuff starts yesterday. And so there's a little bit of pressure, but it started and it's already started. And so you need your head coach in place. You need your GM in place so you can start making decisions. Hey, are we going to use these picks? Are we going to move up and go after a guy? Hey, Mark, that's not your job. It's Champ's and my job, right? Can we get started here? See, every day that goes by that they don't officially have the title, we're not getting work done. So I realize, everyone's impatient. I'm right there with you because I know the ins and outs of it. I'm teaching you this now because if the sooner you get that guy in, locked in as your head coach and Champ as your GM, everything takes off. But until then, we're sitting on the dock. And that's not good because all these quarterbacks, they're going to be gone inside of 10. And we pick 13th. So things got to be done. But at least it looks like we have a framework together. They'll probably announce that he's the coach in the next few days. And then he'll announce the people he's going to have around him for the next few days after that. And then it'll get quiet for a little while around the Raiders until we get closer to the draft. All right. Isn't that nuts? So I'm kind of predicting some stuff. But I think he's going to bring in Leslie Frazier as a defensive coordinator, Kingsbury as the offensive coordinator, and he's obviously going to be the head coach. The Champ thing, like I said, I'm going back. I'm staying steady on this. The Champ thing, I'm not positive. And obviously, Champ and Antonio are not, Siamese twins. I mean, you'd like them to both get the job, but if Champ doesn't get the job, it's not like Antonio's going to go, "What? I'm out of here." No, he's going to take his. You like that? What? But yeah, he'll still take the job. So we're going to be solid either way. Okay, here we go. John Leon, Raiders are looking to hire the former Cardinals offensive coordinator currently coaching for USC. Could have connections with Caleb Williams. What would he have to give up for the number one pick, Adams? Excuse me. John, we would have to give up too much, especially when you consider there's still things on this team that we have to fix. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you jump the gun too quickly and flip the NOS, you don't win the race. Your car's going faster, but you're not going to win. The way you win is you build the team until you have just the right pieces in place to attack with. Look at the Lions. The Lions are perennial suckers. I mean, they suck. They suck over here. They suck over there. And now in just the last few years, they've gotten pretty good because they've worked on their defense, aggressively throughout the free agency and the draft. They picked heavy on defense, and then they got their offensive line working, and now they've got pieces. You see what I'm saying? Because wide receivers are a dime a dozen. You can make a star into a wide receiver if you have a guy like Jared Goff throwing the ball. So they got themselves a veteran, quarterback. That was smart. I would kill to get a guy like Goff right now. Just because if you get Goff, you know what you're getting. He's going to throw darts. He's going to make mistakes sometimes, but you can limit his mistakes. If he gets touchdowns and the defense holds leads, then he won't take risks. You know what I mean? But we're going to do that because as far as the quarterback carousel, I don't like what's going to happen to AOC. So for those of you who think, oh, AOC is going to be back next year, he's going to have a shot. Not really. He'll have a shot, but it's not realistic because if you think about it, if we do move into the top 10, let's say we just get to like 7th or 8th. Let me see who's picking again. Okay, yeah, the Tennessee Titans are 7th. The New York Giants are 6th. Giants won't be looking for a quarterback. They might move down. We already did this already. The Chargers probably not going to look quarterback. They could, but it's not for sure. The Cardinals have already said they're not going to look quarterback, and they pick 4th. So there's things we can do. And then let's look at how many picks we have or what picks we have. I'll tell you how many we have and what picks we have. So far, I'm looking at 9 picks. Okay. Now we have 1 pick in the first round. I said 13. I misspoke. I apologize. We have pick number 11 in the first round. Then after that, in the second round, we pick number 42. So it's only 1 pick in the first, but we don't wait too long into the second round. Number 42, if I'm not mistaken, that's like 10 or so into the second round. Round 3, we pick up number 73. So that's 3 picks. Okay, so what would we have to give up to get up to the first and be high enough? Not necessarily get Caleb Williams, but a guy like Bo Nix or Penix, one of these guys. We give him the 1. Let's see. We give him the 1, and I don't have this on the board, but whatever we would have in 2005 would mimic this. So let's say we gave them a number 1 pick at number 11 this year and a number 2 pick next year and our 5th round pick this year. That would be enough to get up in the top 5 potentially and have a shot at any one of the quarterbacks except Caleb. Now, Caleb might be there if you get that high just because the other teams around you don't really necessarily need a quarterback at that spot. Washington will. That takes 1 off. Chicago Bears are going to pick something else. New England Patriots might admit they need a quarterback and go with someone else because the Mac Jones thing doesn't look like it's working. Arizona Cardinals already said they're going to stay with Kyler Murray. And I believe them when they say that. I really do. Because you notice they changed everything else. They fired the coach. They fired the GM. They cut players, but Kyler's still there. So, and he's got a contract, so he's going to be there. The Chargers, obviously, now there's the real target, 5th, the Chargers. The Chargers didn't have a good season, but they have a quarterback. He's solid. He's young. So why wouldn't they drop down from 5th? So if we go up to there, and we get, wait a minute, see, now I look at it in here, it says current draft order, and it says we pick 13. That's weird. I have one chart saying we pick 13th, another one saying we pick 11th. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to go with the 13th because I just think that's correct. I don't think we had the 11th pick because that's so close to the top 10. That's even though it's only 2 spots, that's a big deal. So if it's that, then I think we have a shot at one of those quarterbacks for sure. Carlos Magana, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Oh, always looking out for a Raider Bear. My Vicky Ginn. Vicky Ginn, appreciate the love on the stars. And remember, everyone, stars contribute to the show. Go directly to charities like the Kind Fund, Kids in Need of Desks. We also work with a lot of others like Punks for Autism and St. Jude's and so on. And we sponsor 3 animals. Woo! Matt Marinovich, what's up? Rumors are Cliff Kingsbury will be our OC. Yes, that's pretty solid. So that's why when you heard that rumor and I heard that rumor, and then that rumor went all over the United States, it seems like that's kind of confirmation to me. You can't really make a decision on the OC unless you know who your coach is going to be. Strike Vader. I hope we keep Suge light, but they definitely need to let Rob Ryan go. He's eating peanut butter covered steak fries on the sidelines. Uh, honestly, Strike Vader, I don't know what he's really doing. If Patrick Graham's your defensive coordinator, what is Ryan really doing? I mean, the guy's been a head coach. He's been a head defensive coordinator. So now you've demoted him down to below both those titles. What is he really doing? You know what I mean? What is he breaking down video with the young guys? I mean, it seems weird. It's almost like he took that like a retirement. You know what I mean? I'll just stay over here with the Raiders until they get tired of me and kick me out. You know what I mean? Get a little severance package. It seems like a lot of teams are after AP. Pete, honestly, yeah. But at the same time, though, Pete, I hate to be like mischievous here. There we go, mischievous. But the other teams still want to use him for the Rooney Rule. They still want to use him to say, "Oh, look, we interviewed him," and then let him scoot off back to the Raiders, and then they'll hire Mike Johnson, whoever that is. Marcus Atchison, what's up? Welcome to the show, brother. AP was at our MLK parade this morning. Nice. I didn't know that. Thank you, love. Appreciate that. Anna Diaz, always on the spot. AP is our head coach, but who will be our OC, Bear? Well, I think the Kingsbury rumors are real. They're just, I think Kingsbury wanted it out there too, so that he just kind of comes off the table. No, Vic again. No, you don't get to contribute stars and then tell my wife where his husband is. The little 2-foot tall one. I'm gonna slap him good one day. Raider Bear, what's the reason why you think our Warriors basketball team is struggling? Is it because Curry and Clay are getting older and not worried about losing, or what's the reason? Scotty Lutz, if you and I make a basketball team and we need one more person, okay? Think of one of your best friends, someone you really know well. It could be a family member, a cousin, anybody, okay? Now, if you, me, and that guy play really great basketball, I mean, I throw passes and you hit big shots, and your buddy, whoever that is, he's great and he's dribbling and, we can't miss. And then I get hurt. Well, now I'm the part of that made you and him run, just like you and him helped me run. So when you lose a piece, it's no different than when you take one little piece out of a watch. It stops it. And people wonder why it's running and clicking and time is off. Well, because it doesn't have all the parts that go with it. And basketball, football, tennis, golf, you name it. If you have a system and a way of winning, and then that gets interrupted, you struggle. Now, I don't think it's age. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I just think that they can't flow, and so that makes them look old. Corinna Trujillo, hi, love. Welcome to the show. Armando Guzman, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Hi, Mama Bear.
Hi.
Look at you looking all purty and stuff.
I heard that Marlo was watching.
No. Did you really? Come on. Really? All right, Vicky. There she is. Here you go, Marlo.
Hi, Marlo.
Yeah, there you go, Marlo. Your future. Okay. Now when he goes to the altar and he ends up with some redhead, don't blame me. Okay. Don't blame me. Because you know what redheads are? They're blondes that escape from hell.
Oh.
What's up, Bear? If the rumors are true about Kingsbury, do you think they'll move up to the top 5 and get Caleb Williams? I think they will try, but can they get him? I don't know. I don't know. And then again, we're all torn, but let's be honest. The kid wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? It's not like he was burning the house down. The guy was good a few games and then bad a few games, made good decisions, made bad decisions, held the ball too long, got hit too often, got sacked too often, running around like he's Fran Tarkenton in the 2000s. Are you going to be watching the new Spring League UFL? Hell no. No, I'm just kidding. I'll look into it. I think when they make the announcement, it's going to be Vegas style big. I agree with that completely. Corinna! True. Hello! Woody Brown, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Appreciate the love. Troy Gill, I hope Ed Dobbs has been GM hired. You know what? No, Troy Gill, I could see that because the guy's good. I mean, everything you're hearing, he's good. I heard that Ed Dobbs is good. I heard the guy from the Bills is good. I was glad when they were brought in, because then when I look back on that and I hear people online reporting about it, they're saying how slick the guy is, and that these are interviews that are going to lead to one of those guys having a job. Even if it's not now, it's going to be soon, because other jobs are going to come open. Just wondering if you heard anything about Patrick Graham leaving, because I've read that the Raiders are looking at a potential offensive and defensive coordinators. Yeah, Mark Atchison, he's gone. He's gone. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt. Honestly, I don't normally do that. If I say that's it, it's done. I'm not, again, not prognosticator, not brilliant. It's just, if you just look at what's happening, the dominoes fall this way. That's what's coming. He's not going to stick around for this other regime that didn't hire him. You know what I mean? They're not going to have faith in him. Pete, no, man, I appreciate you. I know how it feels, man. It's tough because I get people sometimes that I've known for a long time, and they call me and they say, "Hey, Bear, can we talk? I heard this about a player." And I'll be like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then they go, "Oh, wait, I got to call you back." And then I don't hear from them for like 3 days. And this is like, no. Bob Standard, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Hi, Casey. Him and his wife are awesome. I love them so much. Say, what's up, Steeler Val? How you doing? Tommy is engrossed in the game. Can you give him a go, Eagles? Go, Eagles? Hell no. Only because I love the kid. Go, Eagles! I don't know. Is that what they do? R8RBEAR, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Graham was AP's boss up until a few weeks ago. You know what, Harold? Not only is that true, that's another reason why it doesn't make sense. And I appreciate you pointing that out. And welcome as always. Good to see you. Let me see. Kevin LaRoche, do you know anything about Mad Max Crosby rumored to be traded on a different team for AP not being hired by Mark Davis? No, none of that's accurate. That's just ads. That's just stuff you can post because it's being discussed. So it covers you as a reporter if you want to do that story. And even if you have no proof that that's going to happen, you can still report that you think it's going to happen because people on the street are talking about it. That's kind of where reporting has gone at this point. It's kind of Wild West in that way. I don't like it. And I honestly, right here, Solemn's Boy Scouts, I don't do that. I don't do that. If I find a story and I'm happy with it and I think it's going to happen, I'll say I think it's going to happen. I think this could happen. But otherwise, I don't put the I'm sure on it unless I'm sure. And on that one, I'm sure. Max Crosby's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Cap is that Philly game with his hat on, repping the Raiders. Marcus Atchison, Leslie Frazier would be an awesome addition at defensive coordinator, but I thought he was interviewing for the head coaching job. Well, Marcus, that doesn't mean, though, that he can't be reached out to on that same level, because, see, they're going to be able to say to him, look, we got something going here. I mean, don't you think so? I'm asking everyone in the audience to think about what I'm saying for a second. If I was trying to pitch you, each and every one of you, okay, you're super millionaires, you own this team, and I'm saying to you, boss, you got Devontae Adams. You got a young up-and-coming tight end that people are sleeping on, man, in Michael Mayer. That guy's going to be, I don't want to go to Hall of Famer, but that guy's going to be all pro inside of the next year or so, for sure. He will be considered one of, if not the best tight ends in football. Book it with your boy Bear. I'm telling you, it's coming. He's not like Darren Waller and he's an out of position, muscle puffed up wide receiver playing tight end. No, this guy is built like Zeus, and he's a real tight end that can block, doesn't need to be taught how to do it. I'm throwing so much shade on Darren Waller, but he was pissing me off. Shane Street, what's up? That's a great picture, brother. Joseph Bear, sup, my bro? What's up with you, Oh So Raider? Good to see you, brother. TNBC La Raza in the house. I see you, brother. Doc Raider, what's up? Mark Vargas, you're here in Arizona? Nice. I feel like I should have known that. Haven't you told me that before? Carlos Magana, no, it's my pleasure, bro. I always like to explain it. Bear, I just got home from work. Nice, Jim. Glad to hear you're home safe. Steven Bobo, that's my security, though. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Man, Steven, is it a good time to be a Godzilla fan? Damn, so cool. Jonah J. Davis, that's why Champ and AP was at Washington game. Think they're after the quarterback. Now, Jonah, I'm not going to lie to you. Everything you just said makes sense, but it doesn't put me where I'm going to go. Oh, well, see, that's it. Going after Caleb. because see, situations are always fluid. I try to always remind my audience that, but not annoyingly. I'll just say it one more time. Situations are fluid. What could happen today could be different tomorrow and the next. And right when we get up to the draft, is there going to be another team that feels the same way we do and gives the house away to get up to that spot? Now, the reason I bring that up is because if we give up the house to get up to the spot, and let's say we get fourth, someone jumps over us and gets third and picks Caleb, we're screwed, because now you're backpedaling. Do you really believe in Bo Nix or Penix or one of these other guys? Or do you just completely shift gears and pick the best defensive player available? Do you shift down and just move down in the draft, pick up more picks? Which, sorry guys, I'm trying to get everyone. I want everyone to think of dropping down in the draft as that lady with that sexy dress on. It is good to drop down. There's nothing wrong with, hey, you know what? I pick 11th. I pick 13th in the first round. Yeah, I'll drop down to 22nd. I'm going to get a star. Move into the second round, get 2 more second round picks. I'm going to get 2 stars out of that. See, to me, you gain. Okay, first, you pay the players less money because you're not only taking them later, but you're also amassing more picks. Put the bear in charge already. Raiders! I'm serious, okay? I'll make it work. Okay, here we go. Would you trade Adams? If so, what could we get for him? Also, Jacobs, can we franchise him and then trade him? Okay, first, the Jacobs thing. Yes, we can do that. But I honestly, if AP really is getting the job, I don't think he'll do Jacobs like that because he's a former player. And even though he's going to be not an owner, but even though he's going to be the head coach, he's going to be in charge. Let's caveat that all of us, we're getting ahead of ourselves because AP still hasn't been announced. So even we need to pump the brakes a little bit. But if AP gets the job, then I would say Jacobs is going to get a contract and a real one. Because, see, he's going to protect Jacobs. He'll still use Zamir White. Zamir White would slowly probably become the star. Think of it in basketball when Dwayne Wade brought in LeBron, and he basically went, here's the ball. Go be Superman. And it was Dwayne Wade's team. It was Dwayne Wade's town. And he said, no, I'm going to work with LeBron. I'm going to make sure LeBron rises and he's just all class. And I think you may see the same thing with that. Now, as far as Adams, I don't know if we're good enough to do what we want to do with Devontae Adams. So, for example, if you say to me, if I gave up Devontae Adams, I can get Khalil Mack in free agency, done. Because wide receivers, to me, you can make points with other wide receivers. We've seen that with Jacoby Meyer. Our other 2 and 3 wide receivers, had decent years. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't understand why we must have Devontae Adams. He's a great guy. He's a great player. But let's be honest, just for a second, okay? Just for a second. He's been talking a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, since day one, it's bitch about this and bitch about that and bitch about this and bitch about that. B. It just seemed like every weekend he was waiting for his moment to go, man, we got to be great. We can't just be good. We got to be great. I'm not mad about what I said. Then he backpedals. Then he comes out, man, damn it, we got to learn how to finish. We got to learn how to finish. We need guys that know how to finish. No, I love these guys, and they know how to finish. What I meant to say was, stop saying anything. Just get in your car and go home. The damn game's over. Bradley Wolf. Bradley Wolf signing us, my guy right there. AP and Champ are already signed. Ink has been dry for weeks. Mark is just playing games with other teams by putting the announcement on ice. Bradley Wolf, I have to agree with that. Where have you been? I love saying your name. People have been saying that Josh McDonald is the only person who cares about the Raider Nation. I said no, he didn't care about the wins, in my opinion. He wasn't even caring about what he was doing with the Raiders Nation, and he needed to be history for good. He could be back with the Patriots, and he could work with Bill. Okay, Bill's not going back to the Patriots. He's going somewhere else. I haven't heard one word about him retiring. So he's going to go somewhere. I think there's too much money. For example, if I was older and I was thinking I'm going to retire, and then someone offered me just some massive deal and said, give me 4 years and it'll actually be 2. And then what happens after that 2 years, the third one's kind of you're winding down and getting ready to give the team someone else. Or you feel rejuvenated, you want to keep going and you want to keep making that money, and then they redub you up and you keep coaching. I think Bill is in that frame of mind. I think he wants to get another job. I think he may not even take any time off. I think he'll go right back to it. Raging Raider Rhino, what's up though? Welcome to the show, brother. Joey Rivera, hey Bear, Cliff Kingsbury, Patrick Graham, Antonio Pierce is not bad. Patrick Graham's not staying, brother. And I'll be honest with you, I really liked Patrick Graham. I made a point of saying that he came from that Giants system with a sort of chess match kind of attitude when he plays defense and makes calls. And I like that. Now he got burned, last year when that 0 cover that he put on the Rams when they had Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield burned us for a touchdown. That was a stupid call. It was a stupid mistake, but he went out to the podium and he owned it. As a defensive coordinator, I was impressed by him because you could have just walked away from that. As soon as you get to the next game, that's old news. No one's going to ask him one word about it. But instead, he went up to the podium and he took the heat. And he said, hey, that was my call. I saw it. I called it. We got burned. Next question. And I like that. He wasn't rude. He didn't act angry. He answered the question. He just moved on. Anthony J. Zirkle. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you tuning in. It doesn't matter who the owner, GM, or coach is. Every hire and signing has to be approved by Max Crosby. If nothing's off the table, just being facetious. Keep up the great work. Right on, brother. I appreciate that. That was funny. Okay. Anna, Billy Bob can have Macaca. He's like the year 2020 everyone wants to forget. Mwah. There's Anna Diaz one more time. Best comment so far. All right. Oh, it is 13. Okay, good. Do you think Williams will pull an Eli Manning move and refuse to play for the Bears if they draft him? Jose Tariquez, I'm going to say, honestly, there's a chance of that because you're already hearing him say that whatever team he goes to, he wants some sort of stock in the franchise. That's not going to happen with the Bears. I mean, there's just certain teams, it's like Dallas. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? But, now if you go to Cleveland, it's maybe a shot there. If you go to Carolina, the owner out in Carolina, he's like a button-up businessman. He's not a football guy. So if it makes money, it makes sense. He'll make a deal. So there's places where you could do it, but not there. Like you saw just now, we had a franchise that's like one of the landmark franchises of football in the Washington, formerly Redskins, that now has another owner. You know what I mean? And they're trying to, wash that image as best they can. And, more power to them. I'm not a Redskin fan, obviously, but I'm a fan of teams that have been around since the beginning that are just really good. And I love teams like that. And so I love seeing them compete. Marcus Atchison! Appreciate the love on the stars, brother. And remember, stars contribute to the show. Go directly to charities we work with. As far as YouTube, I'm the charity. So please look down at that button right down there on YouTube and hit subscribe and click that little bell. The little bell. I did that way on purpose. Nicholas Maida, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Jesse Parker, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always good to see you. Anna Diaz Rincon. Yes, honey, you are correct. I just cringe whenever I hear McPendejo. Karina, woo! True. Hello. I had to bring it down. Stephanie Moreno, what's up? Welcome to the show. Will Nanoff, appreciate the love. Okay, so moving forward, let me get back on track here with my news and information that I have for y'all that I've been pulling onto. So the reason why I was saying the thing about Jim Harbaugh, and I should get that out real quick. The Jim Harbaugh thing was never real because, one, we're already paying 2 coaches that are actually off the books. Okay, that's not good business. And even Mark, in a drunken stupor, falling asleep on his front yard, can figure out. I don't know. I got creative. Even he can figure out, though, that's not good. You don't want that many coaches that aren't on your staff anymore getting checks from you, especially big ones. Okay, so now you fast forward, you got AP standing right there. It's a bridge already built. You write up contracts, job's done. You can get right back into the business of trying to win. And it's the best time to do it. Now, why do I say that? If you bring in Harbaugh right now, we're not going to win with Harbaugh because he'll start breaking it down and bringing in everything new. It'll take time. That's what he does, though. He breaks things down, he brings it in new, and then look what he did with Michigan. Look what he did with the Niners. So I'm not saying the guy can't coach. I know a lot of people know I don't like Jim Harbaugh, and I don't like Jim Harbaugh. And I've met him in person, guys. I was there, shook his hands, and that was before the winning with the Niners. I know this guy, and I'm telling you, he literally is a businessman, a very good one, who knows who to have around him to win. That's what he does. Honestly, I'm not convinced he's a good coach because if you look at everywhere he's been, he always brings a new guy that's an offensive coordinator. And what's the first thing you hear about them? That the staff goes like, where did Jim find this guy? And then the guy ends up being this genius of offense and he's working through him, and making things happen because Jim knows how to work with people. And if they're good, he sharpens them and then they're better. You know what I mean? And I like that about him. That's impressive, but I don't want him around trying to do that with the Raiders. It's too hard. That's too hard in this era. And is Mark going to really open the playbook to do that? No. John Leon, I like the Jay Daniels idea, Jaden Daniels. I really do. I don't care if it would take a while because you got AOC right there. Why not let AOC? This is going to sound nuts, but it's true. Why not let AOC now be the veteran? He's got a full season under his belt. It was a crazy calamity of one. Now he's going to get a nice, calm. Oh, praise Jesus. Please let it be calm. But I'll still say a quick prayer. But hopefully this next season we roll into with AP champ and a sense of normalcy in the locker room. Then we make some improvements to the squad and just say, AOC, you're the guy. Jaden Daniels is behind you, but he's going to be behind you because we're going to go out and find Baker Mayfield or, another good backup to just come in and be a backup. And I think that would be wise. Mark DeMonico, what's up? Welcome to the show. Because when you really think about it, AOC, in my opinion, should be given more time, but he won't be. If you understand the politics of football, you'll get what I'm about to say. He was given an opportunity, whether it was a mid-year opportunity or not, none of that matters. What matters is what did he do with it? He had an opportunity to have 10 wins. We lost the game to the Vikings by a field goal. Think about that statement before you put it to bed because we've all moved on from that Vikings loss. It sucked. We put up no points. That hasn't happened in like a gajillion years. Write down gajillion. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but it's been a long time. So, if he turns over that Vikings game into a win and then the loss to the Colts 23-20, we get one more field goal tied up and go into overtime, we win, or just get a touchdown and win that game. Suddenly now you have close to 10 wins and less losses, and you're probably in the playoffs. Playoffs. So even this season, as raggedy as it was right there. You know what I mean? There was something still there. That schedule, the way things were panning out, the defense starting to pick up. AOC had an opportunity, and those two games, he wasn't just bad; he was bad. And I hate saying that because he's my horse. I picked him before the Raiders even picked him. I went. Veterans of my show will tell you, I picked that guy before the Raiders picked that guy. And then when they picked him, I said yes, and I wanted them to pick him so bad. And then when they did, I just thought, wow, I'm going to feel like a genius because he's going to go to the Raiders and he's going to have this great career. I was seeing Kenny Stabler comparisons. But he's not going to have a chance now because of that small moment, those two games. Had he flipped those two games, we're not talking about moving up for a quarterback. And now we are. Daniel Hebenstrike, what's up? That's another one of my favorites. Daniel Hebenstrike. I love German names. They're just so like proud. You know what I mean? Tampa Bay is kicking Philadelphia's. Woo, look out. Yeah. The Eagles have been looking tough this year. Tommy, don't let the Eagles loss bother you, okay? Don't take football personally. That's a game and a sport played by men, and we watch and we enjoy it or we don't. But you don't get upset. There's no point in that, okay? Be smart like the bear. Raiders brought Kelly back for a second interview. Yeah, and I think that was more of a we're done deal, shake hands. I don't think that was another interview. Bear, what do you think? Is it Harbaugh? No, Pete Morrow. Welcome to the show. The reason why I know it's not Harbaugh is because Harbaugh is a calculative coach. In other words, it isn't just about the X's and O's with him; it's about the staff and personnel around him. And without me going into that again, I don't want to bore you guys because I know I've already said that. But the point is, he wants to go to a place that has most of the team in place. And if you look at the Chargers, see, to me, the cat that coaches the Jets, he's the defensive coordinator that used to be the defensive coordinator for the Niners. And he was so good while he was with the Niners, the Jets stole him away to be the head coach. To me, that guy's on thin ice, man. I mean, thin ice. I would have looked at moving him last year. Now, I know the Jets are bad, but he's not doing anything that makes them better. He's just coaching a great defense. And just weekend after weekend, you see the Jets go out there and stink. And they have a defense. The defense is there, but it gets worn down. You get into mid third, late third. They start giving up points, and that's what's going to happen. And I don't know if I like that guy. I would have moved on from him a while ago. The Jets should have got another head coach. Okay, let's see. Max said he will look at options if AP isn't hired it on his podcast. Honestly, yeah, but see, you can only go so far with a player making a demand like that. You want to respond to Max Crosby. You do, you know what I mean? And I just, to me, this is a situation where Max is saying what he's saying, I think, for the coach. I think he really does want him. I think he means every word of what he's saying. The only part of it that he's saying that I'm not so afraid of is leaving the Raiders. I don't know necessarily that he would see that as a good idea simply because we don't go with AP. What if we get Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator with the Lions, and he comes walking through the door and says, look, I'm going to make us a winner offensively right now. I need you to trust me. I've got a couple players defensively that are out there in free agency. They're guys I know. I'm going to bring them in. We're going to make this Raiders secondary. We're going to get a couple more linebackers to help Spillane and Max. We're going to get someone on that defensive end that can help you, or God is my witness. I'm going to try, you know what I mean? And I'm going to get as many defensive ends from college and free agency until we find someone that can create pressure from the right angle so he can get off. You know what I mean? If he does that the way I just did it, I just don't know that Max is going to be like, oh yeah, I want out of here. When this is the only home he's known. You know what I mean? He wants to be a Raider. I think he's just flexing his muscles because he can, and it matters. But I hope he's just, open to an argument like I just made. Mr. Raider Bear, mommy said, I have to confess to you. I just said some bad words and I have to go to bed. Oh, Tommy, I'm sorry, buddy. It's going to be okay. You got to work on that, though. Marcus Atchison, Eagles are tackling like kids playing two below touch football. Something's wrong in their locker room. You can't be that dominant and then change that much, especially when you consider they haven't had like a huge injury on the defense. They haven't had like their best linebacker or something like that fall off. No, most of their defense is there. This is the same team that last year was, pretty solid at defense. You know what I mean? Not number one or anything, but pretty darn good. And now you just come in next year and people are just dog walking you up and down the field. I don't know about that one. Great show tonight, Bear, as always. I appreciate that, brother. Much love. Jim Vanderland said, I don't believe in Caleb Williams at all. When I think of him, I think bust, almost on order of Jamarcus Russell. I wasn't going to go to Jamarcus Russell, but I do agree with you. I think too often when you make that gamble on a quarterback, how many times can we say the gamble really paid off? I mean, look what's happening to the Carolina Panthers right now. They had a number one pick. They went with Bryce Young, a guy that most analysts were saying was going to be good. I was saying he was going to be like cheap lawn furniture and fold by the first guy that drills him in his hips. That's pretty much what's been happening. And it's not his fault. He's just not gifted enough to help a team that bad. You see what I mean? If he had come to us, if we had that kid, he would have had a lot more opportunity. And I think he's better to a certain extent than AOC is. AOC is a good quarterback. I think he has a chance to be a really good winning quarterback. I really do. People have to look at him in the mold of a Kirk Cousins. He's the kind of guy that makes decisions in 3 seconds, snaps the ball, read 1, read 2, read 3, and then the ball comes up. And it's either going to a guy or it's going out of bounds or you throw it in the ground, whatever the case may be. But that's how AOC plays. He was that way at Purdue. And again, I remind people, look at the highlights of Aiden O'Connell when he played for Purdue. And I promise you'll kind of come back with, okay, I see what the Bears talking about. Just trust me. Watch his highlights on YouTube. Aiden O'Connell, highlights on YouTube. And then tomorrow's show, come back to me and let's talk about it. Because I'm telling you, if you see what I saw, the guy reads, he calls out progressions. He looks for the mic, calls it out correctly. He switches to audibles and it doesn't phase him. He's a baby. You know what I mean? And he was bad against the Vikings and he was bad against the Colts. There's just no other way to put it. If he doesn't lose those 2 games, we're probably playing right now or still playing right now. Tough to say, but yeah. Now, as far as Caleb being a Jamarcus Russell, I don't want to go that high. I think he can be a capable quarterback, but I think it'll end up being something like what they see in Justin Fields right now. I think he'll be that, you know what I mean? But is that enough to win? You know what I mean? Everyone sees these Michael Vick, Colin Kaepernick, Justin Fields kind of guys, and they get excited because they see the potential for the guy to use his legs and so on and so forth. But I always go back to Robert Griffith III, RG3, who is my argument for why you do not want a running quarterback. Because sooner or later, someone takes that little jackrabbit of an exciting quarterback that you love watching scamper around the field so much, and he gets drilled, and then Hill's knees go, and the ankle goes, and then something's wrong, and then the guy's never good again, even if he ever was. You know what I mean? And so, see, to me, I see Caleb Williams. I see a high price on a guy that might be good, probably in a few years, because for all of what you've seen in college, I have so many guys. They come on my show and they say, Caleb, man, I watched every game he played. He's the man. He's number one. He's the real deal, blah, blah. So what? Does that mean he can play football? You know what I mean? Did he learn football? How many of you saw Tim Tebow? Tim Tebow was All-American, this and that, national champion, legendary coach, blah, blah, blah. And then someone spell that for me. You know what I'm saying? No. There's no guarantees with these guys. That's why I like AOC so much. We got him in the 4th round. Nice, reasonable price. A good quarterback with potential at a reasonable price. That was a fantastic pick. If anything came out of the Josh McDaniels regime, it was some pretty decent picks. Not enough, obviously, but not bad. Marcus Atchison said, I think we should wait until the 2nd round to draft Bo Nix because I don't think he's going to be a 1st round draft pick. Marcus, I disagree. I think the desperation of football owners is going to make one of them jump at Bo Nix early. I really think that. Remember, 32 teams, so maybe 26th, 28th, somewhere in that range. I think he may be down there. That's why I think it's safe for the Raiders to just trade down. Who cares about who's the number 1 pick or blah, blah, blah? What difference does it make? Who's going to be the guy that we pull in the 1st round at 11 or 13, whatever it is? I think it's 13. But who's going to be the guy that we pull there that when he comes to our team, we're going to be like, oh, here we go. This guy's going to change our lives. Really? I mean, look what Tyree Wilson's doing. Tyree Wilson, okay, looks like he should be moving a milk cart, okay, out on the corner, selling 2 bits for 50 cents. That didn't make any sense, but it's because I'm that angry. And like Tommy, I didn't want to say any bad words and get in trouble with Mama Bear. It's true. Alexa, resume. There she is. Alexa, start. Alexa, start this song from the beginning. From the very beginning. From the front end of it. That sounds bad. And that's my show. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force, for all you do. The energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice, active and veteran. Much love. R8RBEAR! Woo! Been holding on to that good one. Love you guys. I love you all for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe to Raider Bear Live on Facebook and on YouTube because it's free. Subscribe to Raider Bear Live. Much love and share your bear, for crying out loud. Don't make me ask again. It's YouTube and it's free. I'm tired of having to ask about YouTube. Just do it. I'm going to put butts in you. I mean, I kind of already have, but it was with love. I just trying to bump the presence of the bear. I don't know how this became bump, but trying to bump the presence of the bear. Often imitated, never duplicated. Nah-uh. That fool with no hair, woo! That shouts like Rick. The Raider Bear! Raiders! What? I just had more. That's all. I just had more. 40 people just got more. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. What? I've been working on this. Come on, hold on. I've been working on this. All smoky-eyed and sexy. Yeah, huh? Yeah. Let's see Vicky again, what he can do with that, huh? Let's see if your little Mac Daddy, who's 2 feet tall, can do that look. Huh? Like that. Huh, Marlo? You little pipsqueak. I'm going to hold you down and shave you like a monkey. Vicky, I'm kidding. I love